On this episode of Roadkill, exhaustive scientific research to discover who makes the best cop car, Chevy or Ford. We're going to kick it off here at Santa Anita Park in Arcadia, California, also known as Paved Acres of Destruction.
We've got two goals this time around for Roadkill. Goal number one, invent a brand new motorsport.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, boy. Whoops.
And goal number two, figure out, of the two cop cars we bought, which one is better, the Ford or the Chevy.
This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. There's nothing cooler than thrashing on a V8 rear-wheel drive, full-size American sedan, and the ultimate example of those is, of course, cop cars. The two really killer cop cars on the market that you can buy used are the 94 5 and 6 Caprice 9C1, which is the Chevy, powered by a 350 cubic inch LT1 V8. It's rated at 260 horsepower. Honestly, I think it makes more than that. The Ford you really want to buy is an 03 and up Crown Vic P71. Making 250 horsepower, at least that's where they were rated. I don't think they make that much. These cars are sickeningly slow.
As usual, we surfed Craigslist trying to find our candidates for our testing.
We paid $1,700 for the Chevy and $2,500 for the Crown Vic. The Chevy is 10 years older than the Ford. It has 173,000 miles on it. The Ford only has 101. However, the Caprice is the only car that police agencies have ever bothered to restore from scratch when they hit the limit of their service life. And so I was kind of a fan of the Caprice. Finnegan liked the Ford, so Finnegan went for amenities basically, and I went for horsepower.
So on day number one, our first event was a good old-fashioned drag race, and we didn't use any timing equipment because that's way too scientific. We just went head-to-head, side-by-side. Which car is better?
In the drag race, I predict complete dominance by the Caprice, no doubt.
Crown Vic, huh? This car's got 101,000 miles of chasing perps.
Are we gonna go on three? Well, on 3, 2, 1, on one?
Okay, you count.
3, 2, 1. Oh! He completely jumped me.
Oh, he's done. I got
this. He chickened out. He thought he was going to run out of parking lot.
Winning! It's all about the guy who gets out in front and lets off and claims the race is over.
Oh, I was driving right past you.
You lose.
Why?
I won the race.
I passed you.
No, I was already done by then. We were done racing.
Nope.
Yeah, we're professionals.
In the first drag race, I'm really annoyed because the Crown Vic left on me. I'm in the Caprice, and honestly, it has so much power and such a destroyed posse that it is just laying wheel with one tire, and he gets out in front of me. But I wasn't that worried about it because after the Caprice hooked up, it just freight trained the Crown Vic.
And we learned right away that the Crown Vic had a better hole shot, and when I wasn't cheating the start, the Caprice was quicker on the top end.
I think we need to go again because he jumped me and I still passed him.
I gotta figure out a new way to cheat real quick.
This is weird. I've never been in the front seat of a cop car. It's like backwards.
Okay, you want to do the count?
Nah, you go ahead.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, Caprice wins. So in the second race, I had it figured out and the Caprice drove right past the Crown Vic. It's a way faster car.
David kicked my butt, you know, once we went more than 400 or 500 feet.
Check it out, my tire is throwing off chunks already. So we're gonna have to tighten this up and get some action done. Armorall has this new stuff that we're testing for the magazine. It's called Custom Shield.
And what it's supposed to do is protect your paint job.
It's like a rubberized coating that looks like spray paint that you squirt on stuff and it peels off later. And not that we care about this particular quarter panel, but to test it, I'm gonna spray it on here, and at the end of our testing, we'll rip it off and find out if it works good.
Yeah, baby. Smooth. Now we can do burnouts and throw rubber all over the car and it won't matter. It should come right off. Not that I really care about the paint on that piece of crap.
What we're gonna do now is like a movie scene, lead, follow, reverse 180. Finnegan's gonna be pointing this way, I'm gonna be pointing this way. We're both gonna take off in the same direction, and I've gotta pull a Rockford and get through those garbage cans before he does. Then we're gonna switch it up and race the other way.
Is it illegal not to have a windshield on your car? Yeah. I'm a little foggy on that rule. Word to your mother. Let's do this.
Oh, that was awesome. I guess we proved that
I lost my mirror.
you lost your, no, not mirror, that's your spotlight.
I can't find the perps at night now.
Wow, that was awesome. I'm ready. The beauty of it now is we know that all we're doing is smashing through it for kicks. So I'm ready. Should I wear the helmet? I hate to even think how much I'm gonna own that thing right now. I might have broken my windshield. Oops.
Best day at work ever.
There was really no education in this part of the fun, but we did prove that you don't break the Crown Vic windshield and you do shatter the Caprice windshield. That is completely senseless and radical fun.
The rest of this deal, whenever we were road tripping these cars, we were in danger of getting pulled over and arrested because it really did look like we were involved in a hit and run accident. Right now, I've got a water truck cruising around the parking lot behind me, wetting down the shortest and worst autocross course I've ever seen in my life. All because I want to watch David spin out the Caprice a few more times.
By the end of the day, it had just turned into mayhem and we were destroying these cars for no reason, drifting them around, doing donuts. And the left rear tire of the Caprice got so bad, it was flinging cords everywhere.
I get in the Caprice and the tires are shredded already. There's very little left. They look like balloons. There's fuzzies hanging off the side. And I only drifted this car in front of the camera twice before the left rear tire exploded right on command. It sounded like a shotgun went off. It was pretty spectacular.
Now it's the end of the day and we've totally trashed this thing with filth and even hit it with a tire. And we're gonna find out if the custom shield will peel off. Good as new. Nice. That's kind of like vinyl wrap. Not even the tire scuffed through it. That's pretty amazing. I like it. Tomorrow, heading to Boron to build the off-road track we've wanted to do for like 2 years.
Yeah.
That's the plan. We're gonna freeze our cojones off tonight.
Yeah, and only got a shovel about that big, so it's gonna take some time.
We're just gonna drive through it, because I'm gonna go get mud tires put on that thing now that the tire's gone, so.
You get mud tires?
Yep.
Why didn't I think of that?
Crown Vic had 17-inch wheels on it, and the only aggressive tires I could find for those 17-inch wheels were a set of Blizzak ice tires, which were really soft. And David, because his cop car had 15-inch wheels, you know, on the Caprice, he bought mud terrain BFGs with aggressive-looking treads. This thing looked like it belonged in a Mad Max movie if it had, you know, a blower with a switch on it.
Check it out, it's perfect. I wish they were wider. They do have kind of that pizza cutter look to them, but they're aggressive.
I've literally got like skateboard wheels on my car right now, but you're still driving the Capiche. Not cool, no matter what you put on it for tires.
Using my phone. Uh-oh. You got the duct tape so I can shut my door? Wow, it's hashed. Ah, there you go. Cool. I'm a chump. Now that we've got my tires on, we hit the road and drove about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours out into the California desert.
We both figured, heading out into the dirt, he's got the advantage. Boy, were we wrong.
It's getting cold because we're climbing out of LA County into the high desert here, and we're going to someplace special, a spot every grown man should go in their entire lives, and that's the middle of nowhere.
I'm gonna have to say that the Chevy's gonna have the edge on the Crown Vic in the dirt. It's got to. Or I'm gonna be humiliated. I could see nothing other than his taillights. I'm driving in dust. I'm just trusting him. How's that 200 horsepower treating you?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a Lamborghini, but it's still pretty cool.
That's the sound of power.
You got the hot air intake under the hood. Your
Yep.
sound's cooler.
I've got the direct dirt intake. Ultimately, it was freezing cold outside. We decided to call it a night. Finnegan thought we were gonna freeze to death, and he had this massive, like, Brady Bunch tent. I called him a complete chick for wanting to be in the tent. I don't even think it was freezing. I built a campfire, hit the dirt, good to go all night long.
How cold is it?
I don't know, we didn't check the phone because that's where the thermometer is in this decade. I don't know if you realize this, but we bought 2 cop cars, bashed them, drove them to the middle of the desert, and found
Derbied in the dust.
land that my parents got suckered into buying 4 decades ago.
And tomorrow, we're gonna wreck it.
Derby tomorrow.
Yep.
You're seriously gonna sleep out on the ground?
It's way better than being in a tent.
Oh, wow.
I think David slept by the fire. Did he like roll into it and kill himself? Damn. Stop snoring. No. I feel like I licked the top of the bar after last call. Ugh.
My teeth feel like carpet.
When we woke up in the morning, the first challenge was to find where Finnegan's property actually was. We had the GPS on our cell phones, which surprisingly enough, still had the streets on it that had been carved in this place like back in 1969 or 70 or something like that. And somewhere in here was a 2.5 acre gem of property that belonged to his parents, so basically we could do whatever we wanted on it.
I think the air is just right for building a racetrack.
That way. It's right here, right?
So this 2.4 acres is
All yours.
all mine!
You're going to inherit that someday.
We're building a dirt track and we're inventing our own off-road racing series.
A dirt-ripping, thrashing course to put these two cop cars to the test.
There's a big S.
Yeah, for sure.
That connects back out to here.
Yeah, we're totally in agreement. So how do you want to make that? Do you want to just hop in a car and...
Let's just drive it.
This is going to be fun. How long before one of us gets hopelessly high-centered on something? Once we found the right property, the first thing we did is both hopped in the Crown Vic to go and plot a racetrack. Yeah. This trunk is garbage, right?
Jump on it.
Nope. I got no seatbelt. Oh, dude. Big right-hander. Oh yeah, this one's a riot. Oh! Wow. We're gonna get stuck out here eventually. No endangered species.
Oh, I haven't seen anything moving in here. Except us.
This is like the twisty out there.
There's bushes that aren't too dense, and we'd be able to drive these cars around 3 or 4 times and make our own track.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so fun.
And it was going to connect to a high-speed straight section that at some point the power company had graded to put in power poles. All right, let's get both cars and do this.
Okay.
I'm not having all the fun.
For the Caprice, I had found these really cool BFG mud terrains in a small size that would fit the passenger car. And I got them because they were tough, and I thought we were going to be dealing with a rocky terrain. It turned out to be pure silt. Stuck! Knew that was going to happen.
And he goes out there with his big old honking mud terrain tires that are way too skinny. These things are pizza cutters. And he goes out there, and I've kind of rutted up the course already, and he gets stuck right out in the middle of it, nowhere near flat, hard ground. Not feeling so good about those new tires now, are ya? This is the part where I get stuck.
It's gonna need some snap. You might want to give it more distance than that.
I'm not even a Ford guy, but really, there's no denying the Crown Victoria is kicking the crap out of the Capiche. He's so far out in the course that when I drive out, I have to leave the safety of flat, hard-packed dirt and go onto the silty stuff to try and yank him out. I give it a decent yank. He starts coming up over this berm. When he crests the berm, my car gets high-centered. And we're both stuck in the dirt now.
Finnegan came in right behind me to pull me out, and of course the Crown Vic then also went straight into China. And so there we are with two cars completely stuck in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, we can't deny it, ultimately we had to have the video guys pickup truck pull us out.
God, we suck at off-roading. Now the good part, the race.
Cool. So what? Starting line?
Starting line.
All right.
Plan is, I'm thinking we come through here at speed, right?
Cool. Flying start.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you? Yeah. And then I'll time you as you fly by. You run the whole track, come by again, and I'm gonna stop the clock when you pass the garbage can again.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you your time.
Yeah. Don't show it to me.
Yeah.
Just like leave the phone over there.
And then I'm gonna get in mine, do the same thing.
I have a lot of confidence right now because the Crown Vic, although on paper has less power, both of these cars seem to just suck ass in the horsepower department when you actually drive them. The Crown Vic handles a lot better and the tires seem to be working better. So I think I've got this covered.
I have to admit I'm a little intimidated. I think that the Crown Vic handles better off-road. He's gonna come through at speed. As soon as he crosses the trash can, I'm gonna fire this up. Oh, you can just see him digging in. There's more dirt in the sky than on the ground.
Oh, dude.
Right now he's like at 1.5 minutes, so it's a pretty long course. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell him his time. I'm gonna put that in my pocket and I'm gonna go make my run and we'll see what happens.
Did I win?
Now it was my turn and I knew I was only gonna get him in the straightaways. He was sloppy out there, I'm gonna show skill.
Go, starting the timer.
He looks good, he looks smooth from what I could see, but in the middle section of the track, I can't see him running, but I hear the engine bogging down through the really soft stuff. And I'm pretty confident he's gonna lose this deal.
The question is, does he have the nuts to come through here wide open at the end of the race and stay in it, knowing there's a Crown Vic right there, his car's fishtailing, and he could die or have an airbag in the face. Oh my God, that thing's huge. Come on, you hunk of junk. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Woo!
He's going through the finish line and then braking and pitching the car sideways out in the desert. And it's fast.
I have no idea how you did, because I don't know how I did, but I will give you this. You stayed in it almost all the way to here and damn near took out the back end of my car, man. That was awesome.
At this point, I thought there was a chance that I had beat him with raw horsepower and top end speed, but... Okay, ready? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Okay. Oh! Winning! By, what was that, 3
You won by-
seconds?
Not quite.
Oh.
What is it? 145.2 for you and 148.5
Over
for
3
me.
seconds.
Yeah, 3.3 seconds.
The phones turn around and I look and I realize I've whooped his ass by 3 seconds. And it's really not that I've whooped his ass, it's the Crown Vic has whooped the Caprice's ass badly.
Well, in fact, what we did was pretty unscientific, but we did spend a couple of days thrashing really hard on the Ford and Chevy cop cars, and it did teach me a lot. The Chevys are really more collectible. They're more valuable. They made them for only 3 years instead of for a full run like the Crown Vic. For an enthusiast, they're a really good car. Bone stock, they're really fast. You can also go with the Crown Vic, which is going to be way easier to find these days. It has a far more modern suspension system. The motor sucks a lot in comparison to the Chevy though, so kind of pick your poison. You want the better handling car, newer, more comfortable, looks a little bit cooler, you get the Ford. I came into this whole deal truly with my heart behind a Caprice, not because I'm really a Chevy guy, but because I knew it had way more horsepower and I knew it was way faster.
You were into it.
I was completely into it, and I'm walking away needing to have a Crown Vic. At the end of the day then, we're gonna claim a win on the Crown Vic, right?
Yeah, Crown Vic's the winner. Sorry, Chevy guys.
Yep.
You lose.